I am going to do a Friday Night Live, but in my head I thought it was Thursday, so I'm not necessarily organised as well as I could be. I don't even know if people are going to join, but you know what, if you are, enjoy the party. If you're not, I hope that light's not going to be in your way. It's okay. If you're watching the rewatch, well, thank you so much for watching the rewatch and joining me. I'm hoping you're going to see enough light as I start to tie my hair back. I've got my resin mixed. I'm still working through my backlog, but I would love to know if anybody is in here and who's watching me. Well, I believe I have the wonderful Miss Felicia in here from the Crafting Nook. We have Alison in here. Welcome, member. Felicia, just to keep me on track. Oh, we have Lee as well. Welcome. Now, Miss Felicia, are you going live tonight? Just so that I know to finish this. How long have we got until you go live? Jacqueline, welcome. Janet, hello. Paula, hello. It's a little party in here again, like so, 6 p.m, but that doesn't help me in the UK time. How many hours away is that from now? Because it's Friday, yay, then Saturday, Sunday, what? Perfect timing at work. Needed something new to listen to. Well, the wishing well, you're going to listen to me. I'm just putting my gloves on. I hope I'm not deafening you all there. I am going to be revisiting. Sorry, I'm a little bit horsey today. I was sat on my chair relaxing, and then Paula said, are you going live tonight? And I'm like, nah, not Thursday. I'm going to stick to Friday, Saturday and Sunday just because I've got so many projects to work on. One being the one with Felicia, and I'm running behind, so I might have to ask for an extension. And I've got my son's 21st and he wants a painting from me, so I've been working on that. And then Paula's like, well, isn't it Friday now? And I'm like, girl, you are right. It is Friday now, but I thought it was Thursday. Oh, you've been checking to see if you're alive. I'm so sorry. Lee. Hello, Suze. Hello, Cynthia. Abigail, welcome. Yeah, it's Friday. Yay. I'm glad somebody else got it. So it sounds like, oh, hello, Clara. Welcome, my lovely VIP. Well, we're all VIPs. But I just wanted to check in. Hello from Delaware. That is Kate. I have my resin mixed up because I wanted to save a little bit of time because I didn't want to be too late if Miss Crafting Nook was going to be live. I didn't want to detract from that. I'm going to use a mould. You may have used one of these already. I haven't. All I've done is roughly, because I like the rustic look and that's how I get away with doing stuff, using this decor pen and trying not to touch the base, but I have been, but that's why I say if it's rustic, nobody's going to matter, are they? If I'm making mistakes, and I am just angling my pen so it's going to capture this area, and one is assuming that tomorrow when I demold for you all, this lovely gold should come off in my resin, and if not, I've just got a beautiful mould because it's not going to ruin it if it's not going to come off. Anyway, how have you all been this week? Have you missed me? What you all been up to? Paul is in, welcome. I am calling you a VIP. VIP? Oh, here she goes. Here she goes again. I want to know what projects you've all been working on. How's your week been? It's been a pretty intense one for me at work. Not intense as in bad. I've just been doing a second week of closers, so I'm a little bit out of sync with the world. And next week I get more mid-shift, so I should be able to have time to work on art projects. And oh, I dabbed the bottom there. That's why I said we're going for the rustic look. And yeah, me and Neil are contemplating whether we get to go abroad in a week's time, because some countries have come onto the green list, and because we've both had our injections, we're like, right, we might be going to sunny Spain somewhere. So I've got to, Miss Felicia, get our project done that we're working on. I'm struggling. I've set up a big project and I'm struggling for time. But anyway, we're going to be working on this mould here. And then this other mould, which is from Resin 8, it's another trinket box one, but the cat's hair there, but it's on the outside, not the inside. Paula, I assure you, my moulds are clear. Although there's a bit there. Sorry, you can't see me off screen. So we have a base, a lid, and a knob. So we're going to work on that. But I'm going to show you the colours that I worked on. Give me a heart if you remember being on my live last week when I started to work on the laptop trays, and I did them with Jesmonite, and then I came through with the black and the copper in resin. And somebody kept saying add teal, and I stuck with the copper and it all went down. But on the second layer that I had to do, I added a little bit of teal, and oh my god, I am in love with the effects that I got from it. So this is now going to be my outside here, and how that black, copper and blue bleeded in together, and you got those lovely effects. I love it. So I've now got two what I call beautiful outsides, and we're going to use this colour scheme in this medallia and in these pots here. And then these are the ones, the sticks that hold it all together. But I absolutely love it. These colours. Love. Right, that's what we are. Oh, lingo bingo. She's off already. So, teal, which is a mica powder, and I think that's what adds to the effect when you get the different kind of colours together. We're going with a Resin tint, which is the copper, lush, lush, lush. And we're going to have the darkest indigo rather than black this time. Now I could have had black because I do love the black on that, but I'm figuring the deepest indigo might give me another effect similar, but with a slight contrast. Now in here I've contemplated, Sharon, do you really need to put multiple colours in here? You've got a lot of gold over there. Well, no, you could have just put one colour in there, but I still want to see if I can get some of those beautiful effects in there so you can see how it works. And also, it makes it easy for me because I'm going to be doing a similar kind of effect with these tubs here. So, yes, hello, Kim. I hope I've said hello to everybody. If I have missed your name, I apologise. I love you all equally. Oh, right. What also, Miss Crafting Nut, can you remember when you did your live and you kept trying to talk to me and you kept distracting me, and I said, I'm practicing with some jewellery. Well, I'm going to show you some of the effects for the jewellery, because if we've got any left, we're going to go in here. So using the same colour scheme, let me move these out of the way. I created what I believe is a beautiful pendant here with the same colour scheme. And up close, there's a tiny little bit of blue. Should keep my eye on this resin. I'm distracted. So I got an oval one there. And got a nice little rectangle one there. So they are lovely. And also, I was trying out these new moulds where you set it on one side, and then flip it over and put it in the other one. So I've got a little bit of light blue I'm going to put in there. I'm always concerned when you remove a mould from a mould and then you stick it back in, because you've lost that suction, and there's always a risk that resin is going to go underneath that, and you just have to live with that, and hopefully it's smooth. But anyway, if we've got time, we're going to go on with her. So Miss Crafting Nook, when I kept getting my keyboard all messy, it's because I was busy playing with those and watching the colours. I'm going to mix up my resin now into these colours, so bear with me. At least I can see chat fairly good here. And we're going to do some pouring, and hopefully the camera angle is going to be good enough for you to see the effects that you will get from these when they blend together. All right, I said it again, lingo bingo. Lingo bingo indeedio. I've got nowhere to pour my resin into, because my I've made sure that my table's all level and set up. I'm going to distribute my resin fairly evenly. Copper can take over, the same as the gold and silver, but if we apply it in the right way, it should be okay. but I do want to make sure I've got enough for the jewellery as well, if we've got some time at the end. And then it's going to be a straightforward one, and hopefully we'll have the party then over at Miss Felicia's house. But you know what I love to do, share the love. I want you to put your, what should we do? A smiley face with tears coming down. I'm testing you all now and your emojis. If you have a YouTube channel, an art channel that you would like people to be aware of and pop over and see and share the love. We are an art community that supports each other, and there is more than enough time and creative people out there to share what it is. Oh, I forgot my light blue. It was nearly a danger zone there. Highway to the danger zone. I needed to remember to save myself a little bit of the light blue. I've had a little bit of a sore throat today. It's nothing to do with the resin. I've not been in there doing anything in there. I've got my window open and I will put my respirator on soon. But Sharon's got OCD, so Sharon, yes, I'm talking about myself, is going to have to clean a cup before she goes on because she hates resin, sticky mess. Just taking a little bit of the excess out of my cups for the blue. I forgot I needed a bit of light blue. The light blue is really going to be used for the jewellery, but it might be a nice enhancer. See how I'm feeling? I might put these in here so at least you can see where it is I'm mixing. Then it makes it a little bit more interesting. So we've got Miss Felicia from the Crafting Nook. She's got a channel. If you haven't, pop over and see her amazing work. She also does some lives, so it's really interactive. Cosmic Carol, pop over and see Miss Cosmic Carol. She's got a beautiful channel. I've been over there as well. Miss Clara, an absolutely wonderful channel as well. Now Kim's got glasses on there, so I'm assuming that she doesn't have a channel. Maybe she does. Kim, do you have a channel? You've bamboozled me. And remember, we do Lingo Bingo, which is trying to educate Sharon to not say the word alrighty. Oh, you've been on holiday, so you're red as a lobster. I hope that you put some sun cream on to protect that beautiful skin. Slip, slop, slap. Sorry, you may wonder, what are you up to, Sharon? Well, I am just giving my cup a wipe around with alcohol ink, because I absolutely hate cleaning resin up when it's at that sticky stage. I don't like waiting to peel it out because it's uncomfortable. It gets down my nails and I don't enjoy it. So I just got a little bit of OCD happening. But on my live on Saturday, tomorrow, yeah, maybe Sunday as well, I'm going to do a reveal of the moulds, if it's set enough to come out, and we're going to break down a turtle. So if you're interested in seeing another acrylic painting with me, bring your paintbrush with you to me, and let's have a little look to see if I can show you how I break down my process, and you can see it in real time. But it will have to be done over 2 days. Put your teeth in, Sharon. Cool, cool, cool. Oh, that's getting annoying for me, hearing me do that. Let me have a little look at chat, see what everybody's up to. If you haven't already, please make sure that you give me a thumbs up. It really does help me and my channel, and it's a beautiful way of saying thank you. I'm going to be adding in my teal, which is, this was Decorum. It was a long time since I've used these. I think it erupted on me a few months ago when I used it, and I used it in my bubble painting. So for the following week, when I work with resin with you all, unless I'm in Spain on holiday, I'm going to start to work through the bubble paintings that I do and do that as a step-by-step tutorial. Just adding a little bit of the teal powder in there. Just because I've got them in the bags. I know, Felicia, I should put them in a little tub. I should create myself little tubs to put them in. I still haven't. But if you want to know what I did with my day, I reset my studio, gave it a cleanse, got it back reset, And I spent 2 hours chipping the Jesmonite out of my tubs so that when I next do the Jesmonite, that's all good to go. It was quite therapeutic, did it while watching a movie. And then I worked on another stage of the project I'm doing with Felicia, because we're working on a collaboration. Struggling to get to the deadline though, Felicia. And also that's with Lisa White Art. So that was fun doing that. And I started my son's 21st birthday present. He wants me to create a solar system for him. So I started to work on that. So there will be a video on it coming up behind the scenes. I just love how you've got that blue shimmer coming through with this. Absolutely love it. Oh, I'm wiping my stick down, look, and keep putting it in the resin. Well, that's not going to clean it, is it? Nope, nope, it isn't. We've got Cheryl here. Welcome. Wishing Well Farm. Welcome. I think I've said hello to everybody. Yeah, you know, Clara, I have to do it. I just get overwhelmed sometimes, or it just makes creating uncomfortable for me. I think I've got issues. But also, because I've been doing lives, I'm going to blame you all. It's not really. I've not necessarily had to reset in between as much. I've just left it. Just look at that. And yeah, it was just a matter of resetting. But I've got some more lights in my little tent where I do my resin. And the camera angle wasn't great for the first one. Oh, it just looks like liquid copper. All you can see is these bright lights in my resin. So I know I'll get a few people moaning about that. So apologies, but there's not a lot I can do. It's like getting the perfect setup, unless I've got a studio just for it, is very hard sometimes, I find. Anyway, that's me just digressing on a Friday night, because it's Friday, yay! Then Saturday, Sunday, word. Oh yeah, Miss Felicia had a beautiful present. Yeah, it does, doesn't it, Clara? Looks like there's a little bit of blue interface in there. Interference? Interface. Shazza. Alright, light blue is going in this tiny little bit. That's just because that's going to be used for the jewellery. It's not really going to be used in this. And once we've got these colours in, I'm just going to slap them in. And hopefully, you'll see some of those beautiful effects it creates. Now, I just want a jubbly now. An ice cold jubbly. We had a little bit of sun back today, which was lovely. It's been a rare thing at the moment. It's been sunny, rainy, so it means all the weeds and the bushes are growing rapidly. I am a bit worried about this mould because even though it's round and there's not a lot of resin going to be going in there, it could easily fold in on itself. It's like it should have a support structure around it. I might have to have a look at making some myself. So my new favourite colour, which is the indigo blue, deepest indigo. And I'm using that instead of the black. I'm hoping I'm not going to spoil it by having this, because the black did have a nice effect. But I just think this might complement it even more. That copper is absolutely stunning, you're right. Kat, it's any of those pigments from them for that one, which is the Resin, the gold, the silver, the copper, the rose gold, are absolutely stunning, and they do just represent like a metallic that's just been melted down. It's the only way I can explain it. Sometimes you can use golds and they don't look like a gold, they could look like a yellow. Alright, just cleaning my stick because I'm getting in a bit of sticky mess. And I don't want to be sticky on a Friday night. Now, have you noticed if you've had a drizzle of rainfall? Are you shouting at me? Paula, stop shouting at me. I'm on here. I made it. Thanks to your reminder. Sorry, I went very quiet then. I am here. I am just changing my gloves over. And we're good to go. I'm just going to pour this. I'm thinking I might do a thin layer in the mould. But they're all moulds, aren't they? In my place placemat, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to use it for my teapot stand, teapot holder, teapot placemat. What would be the right word? But then I think I'll use the rest of it in these. But I am going to try and get it to have organic patterns. I've got no set thing I want to create. I just want the resin to do its magic. I want to create a organic fluid pattern. I'm talking a load of crap. I do apologize. Anyway, let's do it. I'm going to start with a little bit of the teal. Now the teal's from Decorum. It's quite transparent. This is where I go really quiet now. I'm having fun. This is as near acrylic fluid art as I'll ever get. This is where I start to have fun, just seeing how the pigments interact with each other. And hopefully it's going to create magic for me. And you'll think that I've worked really hard for it, and I'll be like, no, I haven't. All I did was select some beautiful pigments, and hopefully the resin gods are going to do the rest for me. Hey Tatty, how are you? I hope you're well. Now remember where I said this copper could take over if I let it. Just going to let it, God, I sounded really Yorkshire then. Just going to let it. Just going to leave it as it is for the minute. Let it continue to move and do its bit. I might come in and blow it with the heat gun soon. But you might be able to see all that copper's going to start popping up here. But I've got to start to think, well, what do I want? I want my knob to be copper. I'm going to put that in first, and then I'm going to have to squidgy these. And I think I want the base of this to be copper. I've got no idea how this is even going to fit together. We're winging it, people. I feel like I want the ends to be copper. It'll feel quite regal or royal. But before I add any more, I'm going to squidge them together, just to make sure any air bubbles are going to be gone. I hope you can see me. I'm just squidging my nipples. Squidgy widgy, squidgy widgy. Steve, you've got a lot to answer for. Oh, I missed a little bit there. I just want to add a little bit more there. One of my little nipples has not got the copper in there. I want to make sure the top of it is all there. Yeah, they are. The pattern on this should be beautiful. I'd love to know if anybody has this mould. I'd love to know what your thoughts are about it. And sorry, just squeezing my end. I did like the copper though when it was in that pot just by itself. That delivered some beautiful results. Under here, just massaging the little teat underneath. Wow, these moulds, they are very weird when you interact with them that way. Alright, let me get that all around. And I think I'm going to come in with a little bit of the teal. I think that copper and that teal is going to be lovely, but I do feel the blue may drop a little bit because it'll be a heavier pigment, but let's see. Yeah, as Steve McDonald does always say, squidgy widgy. Now I'm assuming that some of that copper, before it gets much fuller, I'm going to give it another squidgy widgy again. Hello India, welcome. You might not be able to see. I'm trying not to disturb it too much. Just giving it a little bit of a compress. Maybe a little bit more copper, but not a lot. It will take over. Just across the bottom. And I think I'm going to add a little bit of the teal there. It's like a tease for you, this. It's like Miss Felicia when she has her channel. We get to select these beautiful colours with her. And then we have to come back the next day for the reveal. There is no instant gratification. Look at that blue. Oh, lush. See, I'm not too sure with the colours if it's really going to make a difference, because it's like, well, how much of this should even be filled up? I've got no idea. No idea indeedy. Right, I'm going to come back in here now with some more of my blue. I tried to get Neil in here, Felicia. He wouldn't come. He said he's far too busy. I think we all should have a go at him myself. Excuse me while I... Oh, stunning. I may just have to mix up some more resin. Because I am not going to have enough. And I really don't think I want to fill it up with copper, but I might have to because I don't want to waste this resin. So this is the downside if you pre-split your colours. It doesn't always play out the way you think it's going to. But what it means is I don't have enough for my jewellery, so we'll make some fresh up. Anyway, what's going off in chat? Are they any... Oh my God, Sharon, resin pot. What? What on earth did I say that was that way? Oh. Alright, that is enough for that. I'm going to have to squeeze it all again. Just to make sure those bubbles come up. Oh God, could you imagine if that fell over? Oh. Well, I am going to have to add some more copper because I really don't want to waste this resin. Oh, it's so near the top. So near, but yet so far. I reckon another 100 ml would have done this. Where's the spider? Are you telling me there's a spider? What did I miss, Cynthia? Find a spider. Did you see me panic then? Somebody mentioned a spider. What? I just love how this copper responds with this blue, but I have a feeling it is not level because it is... Oh, I'm a bit worried, people, in case it falls over. Oh, I think I filled it up too much. I don't even know what that part's for. Did I just need to have left it? Oh, I think that's its stand. Is it its stand? I've got no idea, people. Now that must be the lid. Then what's this for? What is that for? I got no idea. Anyway, I am going to add a little bit of this blue now. So definitely just shy of this, but I reckon this one could be left and then I could just add some clear. I just need a little more for there. I'm just going to get my little torch on this, or should I say blowy thing, and see how we go. And then you're going to have to bear with me while I just mix up a little bit more resin, if that's okay. Are you in a rush? How long have we got, Felicia, until yours is on? We still got time. Excuse your ears while I just start to blow. See what I mean about this? Now at the bottom, I don't know if any of this is sunk yet or what that's going to look like. Underneath, the colours are there, but it starts to float at the top and you get that very solid copper colour, and it can start to take over, but I really do enjoy. You might not be able to see it from this angle. We've still got 2 hours, we're okay then. So you're alright if I just mix up a little bit more resin to, let me see if I can take you in a little bit more. Just adjusting you. Hopefully you can see that colour there, but it is so aquatic. I don't even know if that's the right word. Aquatic. It's aquatic. I am going to love those colours when it comes around the other way. So I'm just going to get a tiny little bit more resin. What for? To top up this one here. That one's okay. That one's okay. This just needs a little bit. And then if we've got a little bit more, I can show you those jewellery moulds. So if you've not used those yet, you might be able to appreciate them like I am. Wanda, hello. So the lid is the one in front. So that's the lid. And then there's a stand at the back. Oh, you've got that mould. Brilliant, Wanda. What colours have you used in yours? Give us some information. We'd love that because I've not used this one before. I just hope that that stays in there. Oh, sorry. Just making sure that it says flat all round as it should be. So there's going to be no issues. All right, I am going to mix some more resin up. Entertain yourself, people, while I do that. Well, hello, Johnny Wolf. How are you? I'm just mixing some resin up. Now, I don't want to mix too much up now because I have, I reckon I only need to mix, wow. I'm just working out 100. If I do 150 ml, that's going to be too much. But I can stick it in another mould. Done. We're on with it. I apologise. I am just mixing up some resin. It's Friday, yay. We're experimenting with some moulds I've not personally used myself. So I'm excited by that. But I was just short of what I needed for resin. So I'm just mixing up some more now. And we're having a short sweet one this Friday. I've got to be up early in the morning. I've got a long shift. But also we have Miss Felicia's channel going to be going live in a few hours. Anyway, anybody got any good movies to recommend or TV shows? I have. What did I watch earlier? I watched RuPaul Drag Race All Stars, a couple of those, which was good while I was cleaning up. And I've recently watched Collateral, the one with Tom Cruise, where his hair was ridiculously over the top grey and silver. Really enjoyed that. So I've been enjoying a few action movies. I feel like watching something else. Apologies. Hey Siri, set timer for 3 minutes. Yeah, so
3 minutes, starting now.
Yeah, you've got my homepage email address, or Alison, once you send me an email, I can send you my contact details, like phone, so you can get hold of me. And also, yeah, I am going to be starting to do art classes for members. If you're interested, consider becoming a member. It's just an extra perk that I want to give to the members. And what we can do is anything that you want to know, I can share. I'm not classically trained or anything like that, but I can share you my processes when it comes to art and some tips and tricks I've learned along the way. So if you're interested, consider that. If you're not a member or not subscribed to my channel and you just see me now, consider subscribing. It all helps my channel and it'd be really appreciative. And also give me a thumbs up. And also if you are a member and you've got ideas of things you'd like to see for members only content or for the channel in general, or for the art classes, let me know. Is it £4? £4.90? £4.99? Just under £5? I can't remember. Come on, brain. Did you try? Oh, you've not started yet. Still trying the beach picture from last week. Not doing well. Alison, you must be overthinking it, and you must be trying to either copy what I'm doing, or you're trying to draw a ocean and you're not blocking in your colours. Remember, it's just those blocking colours and a few things. I told you, I'm more than happy to come over the island for a day and share any knowledge with you. It's just at the cost of a pub lunch. Yes, Shitcretes, I have been watching that. I love that. We've watched all of The Boys, so we're just waiting for any more series to come out on that. Hello, Petra. Welcome. How has your Friday, yay, been Saturday, Sunday? That song keeps going through my head. How has your day been, Petra? Have you been well? Yes, Alison, acrylics are a pain to work with. They do dry out. Just remember, a little bit at a time on your canvas. Don't put too much from your tube onto your thing, otherwise it's going to keep frustrating you and drying out. And a little bit of water on that brush should help as well. But if it really does bug you, try oils. Oils are more forgiving. Hello, Patricia. Hello, Dana. I think I've said hello to everybody. Oh, apologies. Hey, Siri. Stop. Alright, just going to let those bubbles on that resin come out a little bit, but I've got time to clean up. All I'm doing is topping up on the same colours that I've used before. I think I'm going to add a little bit more lighter blue in this one around here and lighter blue here. But I am going to have to use the same colours for my jewellery, so we will have a little bit left. So bear with me while I just get my cups organised. Yes, oils, honest to God, are a beautiful, beautiful thing to work with, because you can keep going back. The only problem is, the downside is, because they do take a little while to dry, you've got to blend differently. Because is it with, oh gosh, let me get this the right way around. It's so long since I've done oils now. With acrylics, is it dark to light and then oils light to dark? You can do it either way, but your professional people will tell you that. Because the oils are wet for a long, long time, and if it's really thick, it takes up to a year for it to fully dry. But if you're painting with a small amount, you should have a lot of movement in there for a few weeks. But it can also be the pain if you don't know how to control that. What's going on in chat? Forgot the name of person. What person? Oh, the crafting nook. Do you know what? There is something... So I've purchased this, and I need to see how they are. I've not worked with this brand before, but I believe these are these the water-based oils? But basically you get a very good selection of oils. I got it from Amazon, and you should have most of the colours you need there to mix. They're only small tubes, like 12 ml, but you need the tiniest little bit of oil on your brush and it'll go a long way. So consider that if you haven't already. Right, bear with me while I mix. I'm just separating my colours again. I don't know if that helped you. Oh, I'm going to have to look at Petra's painting. Blending colours. Oh, sugar. Didn't swear, nearly did, didn't know. My potty mouth, I'm trying to become a better person. Miss Felicia, I was watching your overhaul. I don't even know if that's the right time. Where you were revealing that wonderful gift that you got off one of your supporters. And how lovely that was. And it was really nice to see your hubby front of camera introducing it. And I loved seeing all those photos of you. Patricia, you swore for me. Do you know, I've got a crackling paste that's a very good one. Let me see if I've got one to hand. You may already have this one. Oh, far out. Where have I put it? I've shifted my art room that many times. I'm like, which one is it? So the golden. Come on. You can do it if you really want. Oh, far out my knees. I'm getting old. So golden have a amazing crackling paste. If you've not used that before, I find it creates really nice big cracks. You can add pigment colours to it so that you can do it in any colour you want. And also, if you want like a coarse texture, golden moulding paste is really nice. Also, that's been used before for sand areas for me, if I just want to glob it on and it's got like that sandy texture. Just thought I'd share that. Don't know if you're interested, but they work really well for me. Yeah. Petra, I'm very glad that you've got a paste that gives you really large cracks. I think Ellie-Chem's got one as well. They've just brought it out, Petra. Well, when I say brought out, I think it's within the last 6 months. And the thicker you put it on, the bigger your cracks will be. And they've got about 3 different textures that you can create for, or 3 different ways of applying it, depending on how big you want your crack to be. So Kat, you wanted to know what resin I'm using. I'm still using the last of the Vuba Vista Cascade. It's a 2-to-1 part. I'm still on my goal to try to use up all the stuff I've got. Sorry, I'm cleaning out my tub again because I hate sticky resin. I am definitely made a commitment. I wasn't buying any more resin until I'd used the backlog of all the stuff I've bought over the year. And because you only really get a shelf life of 6 months with them, unless you keep them in a fridge or you work in a very cold area before they start yellowing and that. So I'm using the last of that. I'm so tempted to order some more stuff, but I'm like, no. And the only reason I want to buy the other stuff is because the other stuff I've worked with for a while, so I know how it responds to doing sculptures. The resin is still beautiful that I'm working with, but you get your own little favourites, don't you, for different projects. Anyway, how are you? Stop, how many times can you say large cracks? Clear cast. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry. Well, at least it's better than saying all right all the time. Look at that, how it's gone in the middle. How very dare it. It's not very creative, is it? Here I go again. Just adding my colours off screen. It must be really boring to anybody that's not listening to the chat. And they've got it down because they think, well, I'm just looking at this screen and nothing's changed. Well, we are just doing a dramatic resin live video where we're watching how the pigment interacts over time. Do you reckon people will believe that? Alrighty. Oh, I said it. No, bingo lingo. I'm mixed up some more of the light blue. That's the Resonate one. I'm just going to use this to top up, to get to the top of the mould there, which we've just done. So I'm very happy by that. It spread my copper out, but the copper's going to come back. And I'm actually going to use some more of that for in here. I think it's going to look quite nice. There's not that much more resin needed in here, and I definitely want to save some of this for my jewellery, but the jewellery needs very little when it comes to the amount of resin I'm going to need. I'm just going to spread it out. It's like watching paint dry. It really is, isn't it? It really is. I'm so sorry. Yeah. You're watching it take over everything. You surely are. We're nearly there. Honestly. I'm not going to add too much more to this. And then I'm going to put my cover over them. Let them settle. And then I'm going to get the jewellery in. Just so you can see a couple of them. And that's really it. I ain't got anything entertaining for you tonight. Tomorrow night's going to be the big one where we start doing the turtle. So if you're up for the challenge and you want to paint along, that's what we're going to try. Coming back with some of the blue back here. It's going to continue now. Your job is to see how that's all going to float back together. I'm joking. I'd laugh if you were. Could you imagine it? You got so hypnotised by it, you actually did stay until the end. That would be tragic for you, and it would be tragic for me. I promise it's going to step up soon. It's going to step up a little bit. It's like one of those adverts where we keep hooking you in. All right, I'm just checking there's no obvious bubbles, which I can see some. So I'm just gonna go around here. So this is going to make it very entertaining for you now, because you can see, I mean, look at this stimulating activity that's happening right here. I mean, how better to spend your Friday night than seeing me run this stick all around the edge here, just to make sure there's no air bubbles. I mean, living the dream. I want to know if anybody else has been looking at holidays in your countries, if you're starting to get some what we call green countries where we're allowed to go and visit if you've had your injections. Are you considering it? I know me and Neil are. But it's either that or we're going to buy a spa for the back garden, only one of those blow up ones, and then just pretend we're on holiday in the back garden and have a few drinks through the day. Hopefully the sun's nice, and sit and enjoy reading a book while you're at home and trying to pretend that you're on holiday. Anyway, I'm Sharon and I'm digressing. Alright, I'm going to cover this up, get my jewellery out. So it's going to get even more stimulating for you now. I'm now covering it up with a plastic tub. So you don't even get to watch it dry. Oh, let me do this gently. Alright, I'm just going to move my camera back stand. Oh, I can feel my resin about to go everywhere. Not what I'm covering up, I'm talking about what's... There we go. Oh, that was painful. Alright, that's all covered up. They're protected. Let's see if you're going to see this now. Look, I've just made it instantly entertaining for you. It's not quite level, but that's okay. So these were the ones, I'm going to have to take my glove off, otherwise I'm going to get them all sticky up. So these were the ones I was making, Felicia. I think I've showed them you once already. They come out. I just used the mould straight and using those colours, and I love them, and I would definitely wear those. But these are the ones that you do it in 1/2 and you flip it over into the mould that I created this one. So you can use them for just solid, or you can go in there and build it up over time. Now, I would imagine that you're going to get the best effect if you just do a little bit of resin, let it cure, do another little bit of resin, let it cure. I'm not going to do that because I'm Sharon, but I am just going to focus on the moulds that have all the different layers in there, and then tomorrow we'll flip them out and put them in here, and then we'll have a little go and see what those results are going to be like. I'm assuming, what does he say? Don't have a user. I'm reading the comments. I'll hold your hand, I promise I won't let you do it without me. Oh, what we're doing. It does look like a mermaid. Oh, sexy. What have I missed in here? All I'm seeing is, oh, sexy hand movement, sexy hand movement. What's going on? What have I missed? Oh. And this is going to be very unstimulating for you because you're only going to see me pop things in here. So we've missed Tatty. What's Tatty up to? I'm frightened to not wear a mask. I've been swearing at people under my breath. I don't think I can stop. Do you know what I had to remember, Tatty? I've not been grooming myself as well as I normally would do. And what I mean is, as you get older, we women sometimes get extra hairs in places there shouldn't be. And I remember taking my mask off. I was at lunch. It was in the I can't remember. No, I got home, took my mask off, went into the bathroom, and I'm like, what is that? And I'm like, it's a shadow on my top lip. What's going on here? And yeah, my shadow. I should have been grooming, dealing with that. Nobody wants to have all that extra hair. Anyway, told you a little bit too much information there. It's going to be nice to wear lipstick again, though. Very rarely wear lipstick now because it'll smudge. Only colours I've got here is the blue, which is the light blue. I don't know why I'm saying filler words, Sharon, filler words. Johnny, it's the reality, isn't it? It's like winter when you've wore long jeans all winter and then summer comes and you want to put your shorts on, but you're like, oh, I can't, I've not done my legs in so long. That's the indigo. Very quick mix up there. I promise I will step up my colours. It's been the same colours for weeks. I have an addiction. I find a colour scheme I love and I use it a little bit. Use and abuse it, but I'm going to go on to some brighter, happier colours, I think. I'm going to go on to, well, you could say these are bright and happy. It reminds you of the ocean, but I'm thinking more of maybe some pinks. Maybe some purples. Still within the realm of blue, but you know what I mean. Yeah, I agree, Alison. I can chomp when I'm on a conference call. I can be chewing gum and not look rude. Although my mask just keeps going up and down. Why do I feel like I've got a colour missing? Because I do. It's my teal. Teal be back in a minute. Alright, I'm missing the jokes. Where are the jokes tonight? Who gives us the jokes? I have 3 hairs that grow out my chin. I get really long and I forget to polish. Do you know what, Tatty, though? When you pick one, it becomes 7. I think dental hygiene will be something for some people as well. Alright, who is it normally that tells me the jokes? Johnny calling more than ever help. Well, Johnny actually is a female. Johnny, I'll let you tell that story. Although, Johnny, I do think maybe like, you know, you might be female, but you may still also have the challenges of a Tash like me. So Mary's lived in a very cold part of Midwest, and that excuses me from not shaving my legs, except that I've gone back with a big foot at the bad show. Yeah, I used to make jokes that, well, I'll have to plait my hairs. All right, on with the show. On with the riveting show. I am just going to add a little bit of the blue. And I have a feeling that this will continue to leak around the mould. I'm not convinced that you can demold something and not have it leak around the edges. That's my own opinion. But that blue there, if you got that working well, would be lush. Well, would be lush, that didn't make sense, Sharon. What am I trying to say? It is lush, the colour scheme. If I can manage to successfully make the mould work for me, I'd be very happy with this. But we'll see. Lots of bubbles in there, that's because I mixed it vigorously. Sorry, my hand's going to be in the way. Don't get upset, people. Big hands here. Has anybody worked with these moulds themselves? And have you successfully managed to do what you wanted to do with them? All right. Oh, I did it. Lingo bingo. I'm gonna go a little bit rogue. I'm gonna a little bit crazy. Maybe a little bit of dark there. A little bit. Oh, a lot of dark there. I didn't mean to do that. I was very heavy-handed there. I am definitely going to have some colours left over. That's okay. I'll have another little mould nearby that I can use. I'm just in love with this colour. I know I say it every week recently. But there you go. I am in love with that colour. A little bit of copper there. It's just exquisite. I think I prefer this even more than the black with this copper. I'm breathing very near the phone, I'm sorry. I suppose you ain't got that heavy breathing in your ear. At least you know I'm still alive. And then I've got another mould to one side just to tip all the bits in if that's what I need to do. Okay, what am I going to do with this one? You can tell when I'm concentrating, I go quiet. I'm making all this jewellery for me, by the way. I love jewellery. All these prototypes are going to be me. I'm going to be wearing them at work and they're going to go, where you get them from? A lovely lady called Sharon. Do not know how much of this is going to... Oh. Lush. I'm really waiting to see, oh, look at that effect. If it would just stay like that and not disappear, I'd be so happy. I'm going to force some more in. I suppose the benefit of these is you could use your top as your bottom or vice versa. So whichever side you enjoy the look of is the one you can use. Apologies, I will check text soon. Just add in. Oh, got a little dribble there. I think this blue's a little bit too light, but when I say light, I mean transparent. I made it quite a weak. Oh, look at my big glove just went in there. Love, love, love this colour scheme though. Felicia, when I come to your channel, I'll be recommending that you use a blue. What are we making tonight, Miss Felicia? What's going on in your channel this evening? I think I prefer the teal blending directly with that deep indigo. I will at one day I will use it the purpose they're meant to be used for, which is just put a little bit in and then layer them up as you go. Sorry, my hand's really in the way there. Don't know why I've decided to be left-handed there. Just trying to make it more entertaining for you. Now, while we have got some of this colours left, I may as well use this side of the mould as well, ready for the next rotation. Start with a deeper colour, and then come in, and then I'll check chat. I will check chat. Check the chat. See, I don't know if I'm even meant to just use this part here. I don't know if I'm meant to just, I should be looking at what you're doing, whether I'm just meant to do the part that's concaved, but that just wouldn't make sense. A little bit of the light blue again before we come in with our copper. I've got such a dull tone tonight. sorry if my I am boring you. I'm putting myself to sleep with how I'm speaking. I need to put on my Alan Partridge voice. Smell my cheese. Anybody used to watch Alan Partridge? Such a big fan of that character. We cannot use anymore. So what we're going to be doing, sorry it's posted look up, then dominoes. Okay, so we're doing some dominoes, finishing chessmen. I think these will be pretty, Kelly. I really do. I mean, the stunningness on that contrasting colour there. I can see where I need to add a little bit in there. I'm just hoping that they cure enough for me to wear my prototypes. And then if I can get the hang of making them pretty, I'm just going to try and make them dome a little. These back two. Top two are good. These two just need a few more drops in there. And I'll bring you in and show you a close-up. Alright, we've got a dome there, but not enough to break the seal. We don't want to break the seal. It's like when you've been out drinking and you go to the toilet first time, you are then always going to the toilet. Drop by drop until I get the right dome effect. Alright. Oh, I said alright, Lingo Bingo. Let me get another quick piece of jewellery and then I can put that away. Just got another pack I'm undoing, even if I only use 2 of them. All good. I swear's in there. Alrighty, I know, I'm saying Anna. Then they will add to look of a golf ball. Hello. Oh, Sharon, it's ages since I've seen you. I hope that you are well. You're coming in towards the end of a very non-eventful live. I've just used a couple of moulds. You'll get to see the end results of those tomorrow, where I will reveal. But it is lovely to see. It's been ages. I really wanted to share these colour schemes with you, with what I've used for the moulds when I was practicing the other night. And then I think we're going to be hanging out at Miss Felicia's house party later. And I will bring you in for a close-up so you get to see, hopefully, the effects that I'm seeing. I know it's fairly good camera angle and you can see it more than not. I don't think you're seeing the true beauty of it. So what you been up to and how are you? Is where I want to know from Miss Gerard. Gerarda? I'm terrible at saying names of late. Sorry, my hand's in the way again. Awful hostess. But I continue to put my cup in the way. I'm sorry, I'm right-handed, so I just need to control how much I'm hanging in here with my right hand and hold my cup with my left. Just being a rude guest tonight. Just trying to get my dome. And then we've used all the colours we can, so absolutely happy that I've not really wasted any resin. And Sharon's got herself a whole... Oh, look, I've got a little bit of leakage. No! Leakage, freakage. I have to sort that out. I think it's the angle that this is on. Yeah, I'm just going to have to level that angle. What better way to level it than use my jewellery? But I will have to tidy that up. Ah! Don't you hate that? One of the things I absolutely hate is you work on your dominoes or anything like that. You get it to a level where you've got your dome that you want, so it's going to look beautifully, and then it decides to run off the edge. So we'll have to sort that out, but you don't have to stay here and watch me do that part. Get myself a few little cotton buds will be right. Just like to push it to the edge, because then if I dome it just right, I don't have to then come and do a top coat. Anyway, I have used all my resin now. And we are good. So I want to say thank you so much. I am going to bring you in. I know that this one's leaking here. Do not stress. I'm just going to give it a quick clean, and then I'll take you off the stand to show you close. If I can do it, okay. Once you've broke your seal, though, it's going to keep leaking. The moral of the game is don't break your seal when you're doming. I have to put some more. Oh, I nearly got it. I have not got any resin touching my hands, people. Don't stress. I'm just letting the resin be absorbed into the tissue so I can get my dome back. Definitely is still leaning that way though. Oh, my other one's going now. It's a competition. Right, that one's sorted. Now let's see if I can get this one before it touches. Once they touch each other, it's going to be terrible. Absolutely terrible. That's all right, Mary. Thank you so much for popping by. We are just about done now anyway. I was just bringing people in for a view. Oh. Anybody, I know that time is precious, so I don't expect everybody to stay while I'm doing something like this. I just don't have a hand free to turn my camera off, otherwise I would. And the more I can get this into the shape it's meant to be, the easier it's going to be for me afterwards. All right, let me bring you in and show you. Avert your eyes, sorry. All right, I hope you can see these colours. I just got to babysit them a little bit, check that there's no hairs. Make sure the doming stays under control. Mary, good luck. Have fun. Well, as much as you can have fun. And you hopefully will be able to see the reveal. And I really, really, really thank you for hanging out with me. So we got some under here. It's drying. Hopefully they're going to cure beautifully. We've used up all our resin. Yay! And we've hopefully got some jewellery. So if you want to come back tomorrow night, it'll be a late session. It'll be about, it'll be about 9 o'clock. And I'm going to start to show you how I create a turtle with acrylic. So if you're interested in that, pop back. But thank you so much for all your time. Thank you for spending your Friday, yay, evening with me. And yeah, I will speak to you all later. Much love. And thank you, Paula, for the reminder. Thank you to all my members. Thank you to all my supporters. Have a wonderful evening. And if you have time, pop over to Miss Felicia's channel. She will be doing a live shortly. All right then, bye.